I'm about to show you today a system that can help you generate multiple trades and find the best entries and the exits for option trading. Now, in a market filled with news and continuous updates, trading can sometimes be difficult on finding the right exit and the right entry prices. Knowing how you're going to be planning requires a great deal of diligence and a lot of planning, as well as determining the exact price action to jump in. With the STX option trading model, we have defined a great set of parameters on key inflection points where you can set up your entries and your exits. Seeing these numbers has elevated the trading of a lot of our members and community members in the chat room today. We're going to give you guys some examples of how that works by showing you how we start our day off with our morning market report, giving our members the opportunity to understand the market dynamics. Knowing ahead what's about to happen is definitely something which will reduce your personal bias and also allow you to understand the true dynamic of the trading market. So let's get into it. So we had a lot of news this week with the whole Iran war coming in. The war is exactly bearish, but the thing here is that the news has to provide some sort of catastrophic event in order for it to be qualified for a major downside move. Now, with the market being significantly hedged, we believe that the upside movements are done when market makers are covering their position. So in today's market forecast, we expected it to be a very volatile day. We started off our day letting the members know that SPX is likely to hit our bullish gamma as well as our bearish gamma for today. We mentioned that we give no edge to either direction, but we mentioned that it's likely to see chop between 59.90 and 59.50 for today. And that's exactly what we had seen this morning, where the market pretty much was trading within our range and was close to hitting our first inflection point by the close. Besides that, we had taken many different type of trades here. We started off our day by doing the following. So we knew that Tesla would be a great opportunity. So by jumping into Tesla calls here, we seen this as an opportunity because Tesla was one that had great news. So going into the Tesla chart over here, we can see exactly how the model had set up this price range to be. So we got our Tesla calls right around 9:42. So 12 minutes into open, which was basically around when Tesla ripped to our first inflection point. Okay, so just right under here is where we got in around 340. So you can see that our first inflection point was right there at 344, and that's when Tesla was entering into our bullish breakout zone. So this level was provided to our members before the start of the week. If we go back into the analyst channel, and this is where we do our analysis at the beginning of the week, you can see that we had the exact estimated top at 360 and all the levels as you see right over here, with 344 being the first major inflection point. So we decided to get Tesla calls at that particular moment here. We also let the team know that the Tesla 360 calls was also in play here. And by the time that happened, the Tesla 360 calls was approximately at $3. They ended up going a lot higher. So besides that, the first win of the day was definitely Tesla, and it all had to do with the news, with the Robo taxi being introduced, and that was the first winner of today. So going back into the other winners, we decided to sell Tesla for a nice 80%, and we took our next opportunity, which was MSTR. Now MSTR here was also another great opportunity, because you can see we got in around 10-11 here, and the reason for this is that as per the model, we hit our level 2 bearish inflection point, which confirms downside trend. We waited for this to see a little bit of a pop here. So going back into this right now, you can see by the time we got into this play here, we had also bought GS puts as well, which was right off our inflection point at level 1. So we got that GS when it bounced from here, and it resurfaced to another resistance right over here, and we took our GS as well when it hit our inflection point, and this is the first inflection point hit before it started to see a move to the downside. Now these inflection points are very pretty much accurate. You can see here that as soon as it hit there, it nosedived all the way to 630, which was the next key support right over there. So if we go back over here into our tracker, we scored two nice plays right there, and members got SPX plays, so that ended up playing. We ended up calling the USO plays. The GS puts we ended up selling, and eventually our core weave puts that we had as a swing from yesterday, so both our swings we managed to sell for a nice profit here, and we basically called multiple plays, and the room managed to bang here, right? So with the help of a trading bot that can be found in the trade setup room, finding the right setup is going to be very helpful, because every time we hit an inflection point, the bot here gives us a reminder, so that way we know exactly of what to see here. You can see that with GS seeing a little bit of a pullback right at level 1, this was an opportunity to score basically a 15-point drop from our inflection point over here to here, which would have given you more than 100% opportunity. We banked more than 100% off our Bitcoin short. We mentioned that on Twitter as well, and pretty much Tesla was a winner, and CoreWeave was also a winner as well. Now it begs the question here, where do we see the market going moving forward? So we called out perfect trades on USO, on Tesla, and on GS, along with the Bitcoin short and all, and overall the market managed to have a massive recovery once we've seen this 59.50. Now the reason for this recovery here, and for the first time, is that when news broke that Iran had attacked a U.S. military base, they fear quickly caused the market to drop here. But the recovery happened as soon as the market realized that the attack was meaningless and there was no real casualties. So that's what caused the massive rip here as well. And we've been hearing a lot of Donald Trump tweets as well that pretty much de-escalation efforts are now underway, and it seems like things have calmed down, which is actually bullish here. Okay, so we started off the day with pretty much edge to the downside, but now we have switched stance and determined that it's likely SPX can see more upside, and that's what we're seeing. QQQ right over here at our level 1, and SPY is also going higher as well, hitting our first inflection point, which means that SPX is currently moving higher as well. SPX futures are surging. So because of this here, near the end of the day in the Discord, I actually decided to take some SPX swing. So my last trade was this 60-70 call here. So I'm assuming tomorrow we're going to see SPX hit 60-70. So that's my prediction for you guys, that we give the edge to the upside, where SPX likely hits at 60-70, and depending on Powell's testimony and so forth, we can potentially see a major drop at that particular point if it fails to hold or whatever the case may be. So the 60-70 calls can certainly start to move at that particular moment depending on the outcome. With Fed Powell's testimony happening tomorrow here, the market tone can definitely shift. Okay, we are in the bullish breakout range, which is why I decided to take my calls overnight. We're looking to take our play to all the way to 60-50 here and take profits at that particular zone. Once SPX hits at 60.51, the trend is likely confirmed, very similar to how you've seen Tesla hit my level 2 bullish and then start to see a pullback here as well. And right there and then you've seen a little bounce here. So it's very possible that I see SPX going towards this 606.51, and then eventually we will buy calls again, assuming there's no change in the news, at that 60.18 and see a new high at around 67. So that's what our game plan is for tomorrow. With these SPX calls that we have given, we see a great opportunity for members to make money off a potential swing here. So that's all I got for you guys right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this little market update here, and we'll see you guys in the chat. Like always, let's get that money.